Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to the too early prediction episode of So What You Hear. I'm Jay,
I'm Craig.
Tiff.
and today we are going to go through and give out awards to people that haven't even stepped on the field to play for this season.
So this is our way too early award.
We'll probably double check on this later in mid-season and see if we're going to repick some things, and then in the end of the year we'll do another pick, and then the awards will come out, and we'll see whether we were right. I mean, nobody really gives a shit. What does it matter if we say anything? But
We'll feel good.
We care.
Yeah, it's like
I
personal
care.
growth, and that's always nice.
But anyway, I think the first thing we need to start with is the award for most valuable player in the entire NFL.
Why are you talking like that?
Because I'm trying to do it like an award show.
Okay.
My announcer voice.
Okay.
Oh no! Don't
Yeah.
do it anymore.
Don't do it. Anyway, no, but
You want me to go first?
you go ahead.
I'm gonna go C.J. Stroud. I'm gonna say no sophomore slump. I'm gonna say adding the new pieces around him to give him Stephon Diggs, Joe Mixon, and everybody else he already has, and Tank Dell and Nico Collins and Dalton Schultz. I think they're gonna be. I think they can't do anything but elevate, and they got better pieces on defense, and I think Nico Ryan's gonna do what he needs to do, and I think he's gonna show that it wasn't just for show last year. Even though now we have tape on him, I think it's gonna be okay. I think he's gonna still shine.
I can see that. Yeah, you add pieces like Diggs and Mixon, and it kind of messes up the tape because it's not going to be the same.
Okay.
Tiff, what are you thinking?
I got Mahomes because he's Mahomes, but now they got a little bit. They was having a little bit of problems with wide receiver, and they got Xavier Worthy now. I think gonna add to it, and it's just gonna. I think he's gonna be scary. Like he's gonna be scary doing preseason. So I think they're gonna be trying for something. They're gonna try to get that third ring, and I think it's gonna be Mahomes.
Yeah, that offense.
And if they get 3 rings, I definitely think it's gonna Well, I know it's before that, but
most
they
of the
still.
voting, but yeah.
Yeah.
If the offense functions like it should with now having receivers,
Yeah. So.
And I'm going with the old man. I think because of last year, everybody is terrified to give anything to the Jets and Aaron Rodgers because like he lasted 4 plays and we're not doing that. But like deep down, everybody knows that if Aaron Rodgers stays playing, Pat might not have that Super Bowl, especially with that team last year.
Why he don't get to Super Bowls?
Who?
Rodgers.
But I think if he's going to stay healthy this year, they added a bunch of stuff to make sure the line's better. And it's one of the most talented teams in the league. I mean, with garbage quarterbacks, they've been one of the most, they've shown things. So
I think they're gonna have a good year.
I'm going to give the old man him props, and I think he's going to do it this year.
Okay.
That being said, I am definitely not going Robert Saleh for Coach of the Year.
Okay.
I do not think that is not the play.
So,
I think Raheem Morris is getting Coach of the Year because that team, I mean, the NFC South was a joke last year. Like, it really was. Like, they're not good. That the quarterbacks they've had just stunk. They suck. Like, they're just terrible. And I think Kirk Cousins with all those weapons and then how stacked that defense is in a division that's not that great, he's going to run away with it. And a team that goes from what they looked like last year to running away with a division, you're going to get massive props. Daboll, we weren't the best team in the league. They didn't even think we were the best team in the league. But because we were so much better than what we were, he still got the props for it. And I think Raheem Morris is going to get the props from taking them from an easy win on most people's schedule to a team that could be pushing for something.
I'm going Brian Callahan and the Tennessee Titans.
yeah.
Yeah, I really am. If he can come in after the last two crappy seasons we've had as Tennessee as an organization. Remember, he had to come in after Derrick Henry was basically gone.
Yeah.
Had no quarterback. Well, we did, but he had to see what Will Levis had if he wanted to keep, if he wanted to go in the draft and get something. Then we had Burks, but Burks was hurt. We didn't know what to coming in.
Yeah.
He had D-Hop, so he had to go out and get us some other wide receivers. And then on defense, we lost a good chunk of our defense all throughout. We got rid of Kevin Byard last year.
Yeah.
In the trade. And then we didn't have Harold Larry last year. He was hurt. He was still recovering. He wasn't great. Justin Simmons, he got hurt. He was hurt at the end of his last season. He didn't play the last game. And then or the last 2 games, something like that. So I think what he had to come in and do, he had to bring in a new offense because no Derrick Henry. So we got Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears. Got a basically new defense, and Vrabel's gone. So now he'll be coming in new. I think if he does, if we go out here and we like shock the world and go like 12-5, that's good enough for him to be coach of the year.
Yeah.
Taylor Lewan said watching them at camp, it was the first time that you didn't know what the next play was going to be. And he was like, that's really kind of exciting him because
I thought
it's
she was doing a different voice.
they've never no, that was not a voice. That was
Because Vrabel's a defensive minded person, and then the offensive coordinators we've had were so you just knew what we were doing.
run, play action. Run, play action.
You're like, what?
Yeah.
So that's why I went my guy.
I could
So,
get
my guy. So,
I didn't pick my guy.
You didn't pick your guy. You
No.
don't think Mike McCarthy?
I did not pick, but I got it's the right brother, right? Jim Harbaugh for the Chargers.
Yeah.
Just making sure because I actually got the right brother, but because I get them switched so much that I was really questioning myself, even after I knew it was right.
And they look just like each other, so even looking at them doesn't necessarily.
Yeah. So, but I pick him because I think like if the Chargers are anything but trash this year, he's improved himself automatically. And then after that, last year, just college and boom, and now you watching him just take this trash team and build them.
But you mince words on that one. Just trash team, like Chargers, your crap.
And build, and he's already having problems right off the gate. People hurt, and so
Yeah.
I think if they are like if they make it a team where you fear them next, I don't think this is gonna be the year. I don't.
So basically,
But
you pick Harbaugh for the same reason I picked Raheem Morris. The
If
team he's
you
taking
can
over
take this
is
and
trash.
just- when we're like, oh, next year you are nervous. I think right there,
Yeah.
he'll get it. So I mean, I think it's gonna take another year. So I'm not saying this year you worry about the Chargers. But if we're watching them mold and you're watching them go and start winning games and like even the ones they lose, you're like, that was close though, I think that's enough for him to be. I do.
Okay.
man.
And if anybody can do it, I know Jim can do it.
Okay.
So
I'm not
I
even.
remember
We
that
don't have this on here,
team.
but I do think because my coach of this year, if it was him, I gotta also say in the background that Rand gets GM of the year because none of that would have happened if our GM did not do what he needed to do to bring in those
Okay.
pieces.
I'll give you that.
I'm just putting it out there. I know we didn't have it. We don't have it on the list, but that just came to my mind. Like if because he couldn't do any of that without him, the moves he made and who
Oh
we
yeah.
signed. Because there's no way who would have thought we would have got Jerry Sneed. We got a Woozier.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a Woozier, Legarius Sneed. We got
Why everybody saying they got
Then
a
he
Pope?
drafted Devondre Sweat.
well, we got Tavondre Sweat. Then we went and got Quandre Diggs, and we got Jamal Adams. Like, I didn't think we were gonna pull in people like that.
Yeah.
That's
Like that, and that's just getting the defense back together. And when we got Kenneth Murray from the Chargers, we had Chance Campbell, who I thought was going to be a great rookie, but he tore his ACL in the last game.
Ernest Jones.
Oh, we
Another
did just sign Ernest Jones. We'll talk about that later, but
Well,
that's even
Yeah.
another episode.
like Woo. Oh, offensive player of the year.
We see how Craig's feeling about his team this
Who
year.
you got for offensive player, Craig?
I'm gonna go CMC. I would say CMC only because
He's taking the safe pick.
I think that's what it's gonna be. I mean we don't know if Trent Williams doesn't come back on that field. I might have a different. There might be a different. I might have a change up of that at the middle of the season.
You think they're gonna pay him?
Who they got to pay? Ayuk or Trent? Maybe.
And
They need
Purdy's
to pay
coming up.
Trent.
But Purdy's coming
They
up.
need to pay. I know.
They need to pay Big
You
Trent.
don't want to be there no way.
You
So
need to
I
pay-
would pay.
Yeah,
I
go
would
ahead.
pay Trent.
You need to go ahead and pay Big Trent, so Purdy can have a safe.
That's. I mean, yeah. Like
At
he
least
get all broken up.
Now,
You ain't got to worry about his
Remember,
contract.
Trent is 37, 38. He is up there, so it can't be. It should be no more than like a 3-year contract. I don't know if he's going to try to play until he gets a ring, but I know it has to be. It can't be no more 2 or 3 years from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He's still so good.
it's insane now he can still move that well
He's
with that
still
big
really
of a size.
good, so-
And I'm not fighting him. I wouldn't. That's one. You got it, sir. like legit. Just I'm not. Like he's 6'8", like 360.
It's about the heart.
I'm also a realist. My black tail's not gonna boom gone. Like
Yeah,
like it's just gone. Like I'm not even being. Come on, man. He runs over
So it sounds like
grown
Trent
men.
Williams.
He goes over, runs over grown men and linebackers and quarterbacks. Why you don't run over big ass men?
I get it. I'm not judging.
I don't care. You can be as cocky as ever. It does take one hit somebody right in the sweet spot. I could get lucky, but
He got bad knees.
You outrun him.
hopefully. But look, he get his hands on me. What I'ma do? Oh, it's a bear.
So you,
He didn't play dead. Yeah, and that's when I decided to piss on myself and see if he would leave me alone.
yeah, I think that'll work.
But
I
that's
think that would
but,
do it.
that's my pick in my regions.
Mine's not as fancy. That's St. Brown. I'm gonna run St. Brown. That's my
Okay.
pick. And I don't think I need to say more.
It's all Jared Goff getting the ball. That line holds up.
Yeah, that's all I'm on receiver. It's
Yeah.
good.
I don't think I have to say anything else. Like, he just gets better. I think. Like,
Yeah.
That's just true. He has
I
just.
think he just elevates. So I think this is gonna be a good year, and I'm ready.
Well, I am gonna have to hang my hat on the fact that the coach of the year will have to
That's
know
real what you did.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
that when you have maybe the most skilled athletic running back in football, you should probably use him.
Okay.
And if Bijan Robinson is getting the ball on a team where you have to respect Kirk Cousins throwing the ball deep,
Okay.
so you can't overload boxes
Yeah.
because he has offensive weapons, he has people that will get down on you. Bijan's going to be seeing a lot lighter boxes, and I think between that and his pass catching ability, he's going to absolutely
Yeah,
torch
you
this
think
year.
his name just gonna be
Yeah, and people wanted it. So it's one of them players where like we were hoping we'd see this last year, but it just wasn't utilized in the offense. And so sometimes when you got those guys that underperform and you don't really, especially when the guys underperform and you don't feel like it was their fault,
yeah.
it gets a lot more hype when you finally do what people thought you were. And I think he's going to do that this year.
Okay.
Now, when we get the defensive player of the year, I'm taking a Craig book. I am homering the hell out of this one. Brian Burns. He's going to lead the league in sacks, and our defensive front is going to be revered as the best in the league, and that's going to get him the attention he needs. I stamp right now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you went okay.
Who was yours?
Michael Parsons.
I don't think
Okay.
so.
Cause they say I see him like about training camp and everything. He's everywhere. It's not Twins defense, and he's just unleashed them, and they letting him go out and just terrorize. I think quarterbacks are gonna be like, and just get in the way. Just you can have it.
I found out that Dan Quinn was keeping him in the same position on the same side every play, every drive, I was like, oh, that's
Yeah.
terrible.
And they said they.
Denver's like, yeah, we're
unleashed
gonna
him.
send him from every direction.
They
You are gonna
unleashed-
have to
they
look
don't-
for
You
him.
ain't gonna
Just
know
like
where he's
how they
coming
had to do
from.
back in the day with Taylor.
Yeah,
Lawrence Taylor
just put him everywhere.
Yeah.
Just let him
You
go.
just
He
He's
knows
one
what
of
to
them.
do
He is one of them
now.
yeah,
players.
he is one of
He's
them
one of
players
those
that you
players,
just let
man.
him.
And I think that's why, like with
you
Jerry,
see,
he's
like-
like, hold on, he's like, I ain't worried about my, because I think he gonna do it. So I
Because
do.
TJ got moved around until they filled all the spots, and now you just, I mean,
Yeah.
there's nowhere on Pittsburgh's defense where you need to move him around. Just keep him there. Everybody's good. But yeah,
But he
he
still
could
goes
be
around.
doing what
He-
Miles
he-
Garrett does. Michael Parsons should be doing what Miles Garrett does.
Yeah.
And the only reason I don't think he has is because Dan Quinn had him sitting in one spot.
Yeah. So I think he's gonna. I think he's
Okay.
gonna look good. I'm ready.
I went TJ Watt. I think realistically, he's gonna with all people on that team, he is definitely going to be able to one, stay healthy. Two,
Really? Because he get hurt. Don't you hurt
yeah,
like every
but
year?
everything was dependent on him.
Okay.
I mean, because when Mika's hurt, he ain't got nobody on the over back, and then also he had Hightower on the other side, but now he has Hightower, Patrick McQueen. the new rookie Peyton Willis.
Patrick Queen.
Patrick Queen. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And then he still has Casey Hayward.
Yeah.
Who, even though he's old, he still produces.
He's still one of the better deep
And-
tackles.
I mean, realistically, I think Pittsburgh's defense is going to have to step it up. Like they obviously, I mean, more so than they have in the past.
Yeah, and I mean, I think
And
they are set up too.
and I think they have the players there to do it. So I think T.J. Watt has another decent year. I was definitely stuck between him. I thought about Micah, and I also was thinking about who knows what Myles Garrett gonna do this year. He still has
They like to give Miles that award.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
if Miles
so-
Garrett even has an average year. They're
Yeah,
like
like,
an average
so-
Miles. Let me say average Miles Garrett year.
Yeah.
Never just average. He's never gonna have an average year.
he's
But-
usually like at 19 or 20 sacks. A
Yeah,
year.
if we get an average Garrett year award, they do tend to hand it to him. And they
So-
don't tend to like TJ because even when he has really good years,
I mean, like, because TJ was right there with them last year until then he missed what, like, a couple games.
yeah,
So it's gonna be interesting to see, but we don't know, man. I would love to see your guy. That'd be dope for you guys. Or even so, I'm not gonna lie. I'm also, besides him, I think it could be either Kayvon gonna have a blow up year
Or
or
Dex.
Dexter. So
Or
like
Bobby Okereke.
it don't matter. That defense is like, so that could be because of you how, like I said, I think you guys are gonna see that defense is probably gonna be definitely top 5, maybe top 2. So it's gonna be nice to see, and I think those for me. I'm okay with all those choices right there.
Yeah.
About. Now, comeback player of the year. This is where I went Aaron.
that's why I went Aaron.
I went
too.
Aaron because also like stuff we were watching today. People are also remembering the last time we really saw Aaron was last year in Green Bay, and it wasn't that great.
And
And the years before that, like he's gone to the NFC Championship, lost, didn't make the playoffs. Those are those are the last 2-3.
But the
years.
last year, I felt like with him in Green Bay, who did he have to give the ball to? They took
Devontae wasn't there last year.
they took away most of his
oh,
weapons.
yeah,
Devontae
because
was,
they
that was
signed that
Dobbs in the
contract.
first
He
year.
signed that contract.
And remember, they started showing a little bit of gas at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, well, these guys might mature. And then obviously Jordan Love took on them with the next year, but they weren't very
That's right.
good for him
His
for a
last
good
year
chunk of
was
that year.
last year was John Christian Watson, Dobbs,
Mhm.
and he had MBS for like one more year, right? That last year before he went to.
Did he even have him the whole year?
I don't even remember. Christian Watson did get hurt part of his rookie year.
I think he did.
So yeah, he didn't have a whole bunch. You're right. He didn't have a
Yeah,
whole
they
bunch.
used
those
that
years.
one. But I'm like, I didn't think that was
Yeah,
fair
that's-
because
And then he got hurt at 4 plays in the last year.
Yep.
But like with Garrett Wilson, Brees Hall, all people, he'll be fine. Like you said earlier, Robert Saleh is not going to be the reason why this happens. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers still has the same offensive coordinator. Or they got rid of
Yeah.
him.
No,
I thought they got rid of Nathaniel.
maybe they did get rid of Nathaniel Hackett. I'd have to double check on that.
But either way, I will come back from the Killers. No, we're expecting him to be Aaron Rodgers, but if he goes above and beyond people, what he's shown, we'll be all right.
I mean the way he got hurt and was out, the type of hurt, the type
Yeah.
of injury hurt. It was. I think it'd be a nice comeback story if he comes back. Like
Is that yours too?
that's my.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so y'all could have been talking.
But that's why I was-
Okay.
Okay, well, I guess that just leaves me then. I'm staying with the Falcons. I think it's going to be Kirk Cousins. Like I said, the attention they're going to get, the Jets are in a good division. So they could be really, really good and still have a rough up and down season and stuff like that. Now, I think they're going to get acknowledgement for stuff like that because they're playing better teams and it's going to be competitive football. I think Kirk Cousins is going to run away with the South.
okay, but Kirk Cousins always get hurt. And he's always pretty good.
And also,
Exactly.
So
I'm
I
also
don't think
gonna
that's
tell you
a
this.
comeback.
No, that was a big injury.
I don't think anybody remembers this. Obviously, remember RG3 and Kirk Cousins was drafted the same year.
And they got hurt.
No, but they also had the quarterback. They didn't give it outright to RG3. He had to fight. Remember, he went against Kirk Cousins for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also don't think when Kirk Cousins knows there could be somebody better or something in front of him, he produces well. Because when he went to Minnesota, he had no worries about anybody coming in and taking his job. When he was behind RG3, he did well. But remember the other guy they had behind him, he played decent, but he also was. There was also times.
Kirk
I don't know.
Cousins got hurt then.
Look, I just think with having Michael Pence back behind him, even though he's unproven,
I don't see that being a bigger story than Aaron Rodgers
Okay.
coming back.
I'm saying why I think Kirk Cousins could go his way or couldn't. I still think he might They both have Achilles injuries. They
That's
both come from the same thing.
true. But
Watch. They are going to run away with the South so easily. They're going to look like a super team.
I don't know if they're gonna run away
Yeah,
with the South.
they're gonna run away with
I
the
don't
South.
think they're gonna run away with the South.
They're going to run away with the South.
Carolina's not doing anything. We don't know what Saints quarterback.
Chances are Desmond Ritter's going to be not Desmond Ritter.
Did Spencer Rattler get the starting position or Derek Carr was? They never said.
Well, I think it's still technically Carr's, but he's taking that.
Okay.
Spencer Rattler is way better.
Yeah, I was like, I would. Yeah.
And then.
Exactly.
Baker.
Yeah. No.
I think.
Why you get quiet?
It's because I think it's gonna be between Baker and
Yeah.
I think it's between Baker and him. I think
they can make it interesting.
And I think
it's
Baker
a fight.
barely won that division last year when it was trash.
He came in later too, when it was already.
Okay.
That's gonna be interesting. I honestly. Okay. I was about to say they can compete until I start looking at wide receivers, and then Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. They don't compare to Drake London and who's that other guy out there?
And we do this every time, and then we look it up, and we're like, "Oh yeah, that's right. He's really
It's
good."
not Kyle Pitts. It's somebody else. It's some other guy. Is it a rookie? Did they draft somebody? No, they didn't draft a high rookie for wide
No, they
receiver.
took Penix.
Oh well. I'm sorry. Apologize, guy.
I'm bad with names, so you know that.
I don't know who the other wide receiver is.
But my point is, I don't know. Like, I don't have no problem. I like Kirk Cousins. It's just I don't see it. Like, if Rodgers have a good year,
Raven McLeod and Darnell Mooney.
And didn't Darnell Mooney get hurt? No, that was Rondell Moore.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Okay.
And Rondell Moore was supposed to be, but he isn't going to be there.
Okay. Oh. Now, ain't no Falcons gonna be on this next one. Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'm gonna go with the kid, Marvin Harrison Jr.
Are they all kids? It's offensive rookie.
They are rookies. Like, seriously. I was
name.
like,
I'm gonna go with Marvin Harrison Jr. I think with Kyler not having that many weapons,
he's gonna have to give it to him a lot.
but he has Trent McBride. He's gonna have Marvin Harrison Jr. He also has James Conner for some reason, who had a resurgence in Arizona.
Yeah.
And
he runs 4,000 yards a game.
He runs a lot. Who knows? We'll see. I don't know the other. I don't know their other. God dang! I don't know Cardinals' other wide receiver. I'm sorry.
You're not big on wide receiver twos, are you?
Usually I know most wide receiver twos, but like.
Well, Rondell Moore getting hurt, I think, is what threw us off about Atlanta. But
Michael Wilson, Zay Jones is suspended. Michael Wilson and Greg Dortch. I do know Greg Dortch.
The one that was help him, but...
So, but other than that, come on, man. Like, it's gonna be interesting. I think Mark Harrison can do it. So let's see my guys.
Okay. Offensive Rookie of the Year. I am going with the kid playing with the GOAT. I'm going Xavier Worthy. Because Tyree 2.0 is going to be...
That speed's going to be...
Yeah, he's ridiculously fast. Travis Kelce by himself makes entire defenses try to collapse into the middle of the field to stop him. And when you got a dude running that fast that has good, solid hands, he's going to get over top regularly.
Yeah.
And Mahomes can extend plays until his speed just beats
open.
him.
Yeah.
And that's just, I don't think there's going to be any way to just deal with that without giving everybody else on the team a lot of yards and a lot of production.
Okay.
With me, I'm hard on Chicago because I love them. I have a place for Chicago. So I put Caleb Williams because I think after preseason, I think he might help. I think they're going to still Chicago it up, but I think
it'll be a better Chicago.
It's going to be such a better Chicago.
Be a hopeful Chicagoing it up.
Okay.
And like, he's so mature, I've noticed when it comes to football. So I think I do. I think it's going to be a good rookie year for him.
Okay.
To where you got to talk about it.
And for defensive rookies coming up in the last spot, I got Chop Robinson. I went somewhere completely different.
I wasn't sure. I was actually looking at him because, like, for me, I just went Marshawn Nealon. But go ahead.
I thought Chop because Miami, obviously, Phillips is coming back from that Achilles at the end of the year. and with them losing Christian Wilkinson, I feel like Chopper's gonna come in and do some things for Miami's defense. They need it. They ain't really got a lot of those pieces, but they need it. He's mine. That's who I thought. I definitely had other ones, but
I was having a
I
hard time.
thought the boys out in I thought the LA Rams got two people out there who could possibly be defensive rookie of the year too, so it was close.
I did the same. I had a hard time with.
You just picked Nealon because he's on your team.
I did, but because like I've heard so many good things, and like I said, with Michael Parsons everywhere, and if he could out, I think it's gonna be a good. Like I think he's gonna fill in that defense, and I think you're gonna know his name by the end of this year. I really do. I think it's gonna be a really good year for him. But I just honestly, it's so hard. I feel like a lot of good work when it comes to defense. I think all these different rookies, a lot of them, I think can shine. It was going back and forth, and I was just like, honestly, I was like, forget it. Okay, you guys really want to talk?
Right, he needs to go away.
It's your go.
No, he texted me.
Oh.
But well,
You can put on vibrate.
I'm gonna note that I was thinking Peyton Willis.
Okay.
He's looked phenomenal. But I think the only thing that could hold him up is because one of the things I was thinking is, there's a ton of people you got to worry about with them. He might sneak through. And then it kind of hit me like, well, there's a ton of people you got to worry about. He might be, I was a half a second late for this. Like, you know what I mean? They're so good. Is he going to get to eat? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so then I was dead set that I was going Liatu Latu. Colts, crazy, just one of them linebackers that he's psychotic and he makes your whole defense want to play like psychos, and defenses should be psychos. That's the best defensive players. But I'm not doing that. I'm going to homer this one. I am going Elijah Chapman.
Did you check?
Yes, I am.
I did.
I am
think
going
I did
Elijah
that.
Chapman because when you remind me about the play about running Antonio Pierce, I am going to go with the same reason that I was thinking about Peyton Willis. When you're trying to block Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence, we might blitz safeties having Isaiah Simmons, who is literally a corner with a linebacker size. Bobby Okereke is one of the best linebackers in football. He is going to get one-on-one blocked. There is no way in hell they are putting more than one person on him. And with how fast, how quick, and how explosive we've seen him, Dameon Pierce is a fast running back. And he ran him down from behind.
That was impressive.
And I think because of how much star power is around him, it's going to get him limited pushback, and you're going to see him blowing up. He's going to be defensive Victor Cruz for us.
I was thinking about him, but like, yeah.
I think Elijah Chapman is going to be our defensive Victor Cruz. He's going to come out and just explode.
Yeah, I can see that.
And that will be our four horsemen. That's the name of our defensive front, the four horsemen.
Okay.
So.
All right. So
and that's about where I'm sitting.
Way too early award.
And that's our way too early awards. Let's see if any of that holds up at all past week 1.
So we're gonna come back like you said mid-season.
Yeah, we'll come back mid-season, see if we're gonna change some stuff, and then we'll bounce it around at the end of the season, and
let's see how.
Then we'll see how wrong we are at the end.
See, I'm half full. Look at you.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the dynamic. We need half full and pessimistic. Craig's the realist.
All right. See y'all next time.
Like, comment, subscribe, hit us on Twitter and Instagram. All right. Peace.